you have created all these iconic characters, but you've also had an extraordinary, illustrious career. And I remember going to that premiere of Year of the Dog, and I did see a shift in your performances and your intentions. Did you ever feel like I have more than the comedy inside of me, and I'd like to explore that?
Yes, I did know that, and I'm so grateful to Mike White, because I felt like he did give me that opportunity to write something a little more dramatic and dark and sad, and that character in Year of the Dog. And so I do credit Mike with giving me that break then, where people were like, oh, she could do drama, you know, that kind of thing.
Who then you also recently did The White Lotus
with. Yeah, The White Lotus.
Which is literally one of the most...
Well, he was so good.
Ah!
Did you love it?
Does the next season have... Are you in
I'm not in the next season.
God, no! I'm sorry, this is not good. This is not the news I wanted.
They're shooting in Sicily right now. Mike's in Sicily. Jennifer Coolidge is returning, but then it's an all-new cast, and it'll be like, you know, a whole different hotel.
Did you notice how freaked out everyone is and is responding now to your dramatic acting?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like whatever niche you wanted to carve out for yourself back in the day, like, you're there. People see you in both comedy and drama. And there's a reason those two faces are connected in the arts or whatever you want to call it. Because maybe one cannot exist without the other. Is that the point of the comedy and tragedy phases?
Yes, that is so true, because you have to, yes.
And can you turn your trauma into something funny? Is there the hope of recycling it into something that does bring joy to everyone else?
I think so, because I feel like that's what I did. I feel like I poured my feelings and art into the characters before I was really piecing it together. It was coming through in the work. And, you know, I was very physical. I did characters who kick. And, you know, my dad had a brace on his leg. It's no accident that I'm doing these characters that, like, my dad was limited physically. He had a limp, but my characters all have an urge to, like, break out and kick, or walk fast, or they're, you know, like, they have this physical ability, and I made it physical, and it was kind of like my wish for my dad to, like, kick the braces off his legs, you know?
That's so powerful.
Yeah, yes.
There's a story that really speaks to me. Your dad came to SNL, and it was a Mother's Day special.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
SNL does a sweet thing where Lorne Michaels does a yearly show with the cast members get to invite their mothers, and it's so sweet. You guys have probably seen that, right? Yeah. And it's become like a big deal. But I had done the show for 6 seasons, and I was leaving, but I didn't want to miss that Mother's Day special. Well, Lorne was like, it's fine, just come back for the Mother's Day special. And I was like, but is it okay if I bring my dad? Because, you know, my mom died. He was like, yeah, bring your dad, can be your mom. And Maya Rudolph also lost her mom.
That's right.
And so anyhow, she brought her dad. So basically, my dad loved it. It was so fun having him go through the ropes, and they had the parents do like a song and dance number, and my dad got to go through, you know, hair and makeup and the wardrobe and memorize, you know, doing a little sketch. And he was like, oh my God, this is exhausting. He said, I had no idea what goes into this. Boy, people don't know. And so it was just so special having him there.
SNL is like such a big deal. It's like the biggest, most iconic institution in the history of television. But is it true that, by the way, you got mugged like after SNL and like you were, what happened?
I had just auditioned for Saturday Night Live. They put a bunch of women up at Stand Up New York, and I had 5 minutes to do 5 characters, and I couldn't believe I was being flown to audition for Lorne Michaels and Chris Farley, and then I had a wonderful meeting with Lorne, and then I went to my sister's house to celebrate and with her husband in Tribeca, and then I left, and I was in such a good mood, you know, because everything
flying high,
and I got mugged in Tribeca. He came and just like grabbed me and like threw me down on the ground, and nobody was around, and it was very scary. But I was in such a good mood that I met Lorne that I was like, nothing's gonna get me down, you know. And so he just wanted money, and so I gave him my wallet. And then I was like, do you want my coat? And he was like, no, that's okay, you can keep your coat. And I was like, oh, he's so sweet. Just kidding. Just kidding.